Fantastic. A round of applause. Assuming that was for me, and then we're going to do one for the candidates when we finish. What we'll do first is, in no particular order, so I'll start with the person closest to me, is give each candidate 1 minute to say a little bit about themselves and why they'll be the best candidate for president. So, Henry, let's go first.
Hello? Okay, hi everyone, my name is Henry Davis, I'm running for president. Many of you may recognise me, I do a lot of work in the union, I do a lot of roles, NUS helper, freshers helper, I work a lot in the actual venue, usually in the cloakroom. A lot of you may recognise me from that. I think I make a great candidate because I'm passionate. I care so much about the university, about the union, about students, staff, everyone. Anyone that's worked with me can testify to that. And my belief that we can make Bucks a great place to study and a great place to be a student.
Thank you. Sarah?
Hi, I'm Sarah Baker. You may have to bear with me a bit today because I'm feeling a bit foggy-headed and dying, but you know, I'm a third-year student on contemporary crafts and I've been involved in most areas of the Students' Union over the past 3 years and would love the opportunity to progress further.
Good afternoon everyone, my name is Joe Collins and I am the current president, so hopefully you should all recognise my face anyway. Why I think I would be the best candidate for the role, as I said, I'm the current president. I have had 8 months current experience in the role. One thing I've learned is that when you actually come into the role, it takes you about 1 or 2 months to actually build those relationships with key people that are going to be the ones that are going to help you along with implementing your ideas. So with me, it will be a constant rollover, there will be a buffer period, and I'll be ready to hit the road running from day one.
Thank you. Hang on to the mic, Joe. We're going to take the first question that's being submitted in advance. So, what one thing would you ask Rebecca Bunting to change? Joe, do you want to start?
I would ask Rebecca Bunting to change her attitude about the Bucks Student Union. I feel that she doesn't value what we do as a union, and being a Bucks graduate, I can say that what we do as a union is a lot more valuable in my personal experience than what I've gathered from the university as a student. So I would ask her to change her perception and consider us as an asset more to help her with further development.
Thank you. Sarah?
As Joe said, obviously we're facing a lot of cuts across the whole university as well as Students' Union, so this would need to be addressed in order for us to progress in the future.
Absolutely, just kind of carrying on from what everyone else is saying, I think that what we need to be doing is investing more into the student experience and into the union.
Thank you very much. Let's have a look. I can read this handwriting, looks like a speech. Looks like a ransom note. Do you feel that Bucks gets involved with the national campaigns and the national politics enough? Sarah, would you like to take that one first?
Personally, voicing the students, so far our students nationally haven't had as many other problems because we are such a small institute. So therefore, if we needed to in the future, then we could progress with this. However, currently, most of the things that may address on the universities may not affect us.
Thank you. Joe?
In my own opinion, I wouldn't consider Bucks to be a very political institution or union. Currently, within Union Council, we do give students a chance on the floor and the opportunity to speak about nationwide issues and if they wish to get involved. From what I've gathered within the first 8 months, and I would say 5 or 6 union councils, is that the students here aren't really too keen on what's really going on outside in the national union of students, which I don't particularly blame them. Students here worry about their own personal issues and about their own personal student experience, which I don't believe to be selfish at all.
Yeah, carrying on, I think we do a lot of great work. So, for example, with the Union Council, I quite enjoy it. And I think that nationally we should be recognised because what I want to help us become is a big institution, a big player. and I believe that we should be getting involved nationally.
I don't do this one. I'm just going to go with the one right for the rest of the time. Okay, we'll start from this end then. How will the drop in student numbers affect your plans, if at all?
Personally, I don't think that the drop in student numbers will affect my plans for the future, because it's about how we can help the students that are already here. Obviously, making life better for coming students is the main point. However, if the students we have already aren't happy, then that needs to be the main focal point.
Thank you. Jim?
I think Sarah's right there. It's about representing the interests of the students that we currently have. However, if our student numbers keep falling, then obviously that will have an impact on our funding, which obviously will have an effect on any big projects that we want to run or might cut into in the future, but hopefully not the likes of the Big Deal on course or the Big Deal. So it's about securing their future, which would be the main thing, and ensuring that students in these years and years to come can continue having the best experience, and which in my personal opinion I had with the likes of the Big Deal and the Big Deal on course. So it's about securing that type of funding so that we here in Wycombe have things to do, and it's not all about the time.
We of course don't want the number of students here to drop. What my plan is to try and make Bucks more of an attractive proposition for prospective students, so we actually try and increase numbers and increase the talent that's coming in, hopefully try and get us up the university rankings, and also to get students engaged. The students that we do currently have, to make them all feel part of the family, to be on the team, to make them feel like they are valued members of Bucks.
Thanks very much. We'll take one for Twitter now to show how contemporary they are. What is more important, improving the student experience or improving student education? And are those two things different, and if so, how? So we start with Sarah.
To be honest, the two things mainly come hand in hand. Like, if the students are happy, then they're going to do well. So student experience affects the way that we study. Therefore, if we're not enjoying our student experience, how are we going to effectively study? So I think that it's not focusing about either, it's how both of them combined make us as a whole better.
Thank you.
In my opinion, they are different things. I think academic, obviously reversal studies and the student experience, I believe, is beyond that. It's society, sports teams, everything else that students can get involved with. And if the resources are there, the aim is to improve both, because I want to improve the general student experience academically and also in terms of societies, clubs, everything else on offer to students.
Excellent. Joe?
For me, I would personally put them all under the umbrella of the student experience. My current job role as the president is to enhance the student experience. So for that, it says it all, is that it isn't just about playing free sport or going on a free trip to see Lankan or whatever. It is about your academic as well, so I think it embraces everything. So if you put it in that terms, enhancing the student experience incorporates everything.
Thank you. Hang on to the mic, Joe, and take this one next. Name 3 main pieces of advice you'd give to to a newly elected president. What do you think makes you make a great president? What qualities do you think you need?
You definitely need confidence, because you've been put in a lot of particular strenuous meetings with a lot of high-profile names, people who've got years of experience above you. And if you're sitting there 21, 22, straight out of education, it can be quite daunting. However, I feel like I'm a confident person. Secondly, I would say being approachable is a massive one, making sure students feel like they can come and speak to you. Just like myself, I tend to have an open door policy, anybody can approach me at any time. And lastly, I would say building relationships with key people, so knowing who your good assets are within the university and union, getting good people around you that will help you assist and implement new plans.
Thank you. Sarah?
Obviously, going into any new role, it's important to make sure that you know where your grounding is. So obviously, as a SAB, we need to make life better for students at Bucks. Like, that is our role. We are employed to make everyone else's life better. So understanding what the students want is the main point. And as Joe said last year, a year ago today in fact, having new, fresh ideas helps you improve the role. So it's basically how we can just progress and move life forward with Bucks.
Of course, I mean, having a plan is a big part of it, knowing what you want to do, also wanting to be a very visible president and continuing to expand and improve the student experience.
Thanks. I think we've got time for a couple more. I'll take one from the floor as well. Currently, so this is from Jean-Luc Leister, currently Kent SU are debating a 200-foot statue of Margaret Thatcher. Who would you choose to build a 200-foot statue of on campus and why? Henry, do you want to go first?
I think it would be of Rusty, the Buck.
That's a good comeback there. Well done.
As much as Jean-Luc would probably like one of himself, I'm going to say that having a statue of anyone and idolising in that way is probably not the best attitude we need to have at Bucks.
Yeah, I think Sarah and Henry kind of hit the nail both on the head. It would be a massive waste of money.
Okay, another one we ask every year, which is quite important, and what would you rather fight? A duck the size of a horse, or 20 horses the size of a duck?
20 horses the size of a duck.
I'm also going to go 20 horses the size of a duck just because I'm not that tall and I might be a bit intimidating otherwise.
I'll take a duck the size of a horse. I'm not afraid to take on big challenges.
How many pancakes you leave afterwards? Okay, we probably need to finish off with a serious question. If you could take, the manifestos haven't been released yet, have they? So, well, you can give away as much of it as you want. I'm going to get in trouble there. I don't know. If you could just take one point from your manifesto, one goal or objective, to really concentrate and really make happen next year, what do you think that would be? If you could just get one project to really stick at Bucks.
Mine would be to get students involved. You know, that includes all of our partner colleges, everyone, undergraduates, postgraduates, everyone, to make them feel like they're part of the family here at Bucks, to kind of have that kind of culture where we all feel that we're part of one team trying to achieve one objective, and that is excellence.
Thanks. Henry, how would you do that?
Well, it's making the contact with everyone, it's making sure everyone knows that they can get in contact. You know, our people at partner colleges, they don't have to feel left out. We want to get them involved, and we also want, like I say, want to get everyone involved, whether that's offering, continuing to offer the shuttle bus service, maybe expanding that for people like UCFB and our other partner colleges who want to come to visit.
Thank you. So?
As on my manifesto, one of the main points I really want to address is mental health. We have obviously been doing a lot of work this year and Jenny's made great progress with that, however it's still one of the underlying problems. Me and many other students at university have suffered with mental health and it is affecting our studies. So ways to make mental health more known about, obviously we've done campaigns and everything else, but the links to the services that we already have could be broadened. And also, people don't understand the symptoms. So say, for example, if a friend of mine or Joe might have the symptoms of depression or anxiety or something else, it's how to signpost this and make it known earlier on.
Thanks, Sarah.
For me, being a Bucks graduate, I would say that the university does not put enough emphasis on employability. Whenever I graduated, I did not feel ready for the real world, and I therefore felt that I was failed by university. This is something that I want to massively change, is injecting employability into the curriculum or additional mandatory workshop sessions earlier, so it's not just your last 3 months in your third year you start thinking, wait a minute, I I'm going to be graduating in 3 months, I haven't even started my CV, I haven't got a LinkedIn profile, how do I approach for jobs, am I interview ready? They're all things that you should be doing from day one and getting that mindset ready, so then in your first, second and third year you've been thinking about it for 3 years, so then when it does come to graduating, you're ready.
Thank you. So that's all we're going to hear from now for the presidents. They'll be sticking around as well, I'm sure, so I'm sure they wouldn't mind you coming up and talk to them about what they've got planned. We can give a big hand for Joe and Henry. Thank you.